We also find that they've been very helpful when it comes to information gathering. So for example, some of the focus groups that we would have ran with parents would have had parents as co-facilitators alongside a university researcher. And they were able to ask some of the probing questions that came out of their own experience in a way that we wouldn't necessarily. And I think it gives families some reassurance that the person that they're speaking with is someone who's got an understanding of what their situation is and where they're at. It also keeps you alive to different ways in which you might gather information, what's going to be practical, what's not going to be practical. And we've also got them engaged in analysing information, and this relates to what I was saying earlier about who owns the data, helping and getting the insights of your users as you're doing a qualitative analysis, for example, is a key element as to help see the connections across some of the themes that you might identify in the data, but they can give you an insight into why some of those connections that are there, or maybe there are other connections that we need to look for. And as I hinted earlier, they'll be very involved in the dissemination, so that it is the research that has supported them to find information that is relevant to them. And that, I think, is going to be much more helpful in terms of impact than the traditional model of writing up in journal articles, because many of our co-researchers never read a journal article. Indeed, truth be told, many professionals don't either read journal articles. So we need to think of other forms of dissemination. And for the people with intellectual disability, their preferred mode was to make a DVD in which they spoke to the camera and talked about what they had done and what they had found. And we said, well, who should we show this DVD to? Who's going to be interested in that? And they said, oh, well, we have to go and show it to the government. We'll get an appointment with the Prime Minister and we'll go and show him the PhD.